Well, hello again, friends. It's Michael Kostroff. I was going to say I'm happy to see you. I don't see you. That's nonsense. I'm happy you're watching this. That's more accurate. Um, I got another one from the mailbag this week, and I really like this question. I don't know if you've covered this, but how about winding down the night before you start filming? What do you like to do to relax and actually sleep before a day of filming? Great question. So, first of all, I I typically, if I have like a 4 a.m. call, I don't get to sleep at like 9 when I should, or 8 or whatever. I don't do it, especially the first day of filming. If I have several days, I might get on that cycle, but I've given up trying to get myself to go to sleep early. I'm probably not going to get enough sleep the night before shooting. But what I have adjusted is the anxiety over that. What I have recognized is that here's the thing. It's not necessarily true that not getting enough sleep will ruin your day on set or hamper your ability to do your job. It's not necessarily true. And so we have to watch for these little myths that we invent where something may be a non-problem that we've made into a problem. There is, particularly for folks who haven't worked a lot on TV or film, there's this sort of hypervigilance that everything has to be right and perfect and blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, it's all ruined, and then you get anxious about that. And so what if you don't? What if you don't relax? What if you have trouble getting to sleep, right? This is just one of my answers. One of the things I suggest is that you de-terrify that as not the end of the world. And then I think you'll have a better chance of winding down and getting to sleep. It's that, oh my God, what if I can't relax? Excuse me. There are several practical things. I'm sure you've thought of melatonin, which I find works really well. Take a small dose, because kids, I take a 1 milligram melatonin. Any more, and I'm like, like Rip Van Winkle the next day. Look it up. And chamomile tea and all those other things are good. Try to avoid rehearsing your lines again and again and again, and just obsessing over the over what's to come. This may be appropriate to mention here. I don't walk onto a set a complete product because my work is affected by the lighting, the set, the other actors. So I come in open, ready to collaborate, ready to see what they've brought, ready to make a mistake or make a suggestion or whatever, and shape it together. There's still a collaboration to be done. So I think part of the anxiety and the difficulty unwinding, and I'm just thinking of this in the moment, is it's an abstract, it's the unknown. And so it's like, I gotta have all the answers that you cannot possibly have. I don't know what the set will look like. I don't know what the people will be like. I don't know what I'll get from the other actors. Recognize that you come in with a question mark. You come in a bit of an open, unresolved chord. I'm making it up as I go along, guys, but you know what I mean. You don't have to have it all locked up tight because it's going to be affected by what happens the next day. I already said that. Okay, so I'm just sort of brainstorming anything I can think of to help you. It does get easier the more you do it. I do not get anxious about going on set. Well, once, because I was working with De Niro, and that was a disaster. That was not a disaster. I had a crisis, but that was the only time in recent memory. It does get easier the more you do it. It does become like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. Go to the set. If, for example, you're worried about oversleeping, set several alarms. Just unhook anything that is causing you worry. I'll tell you another thing that, and again, I don't know if this is what you meant and what's on your mind, but people worry so much about blowing a line. They get obsessive about that. When it happens, we have several takes. This is why. Big stars blow lines. And not only do the big stars blow the lines, but sometimes the cameraman or there's hammering in the back. I mean, all kinds of things. That's why we do several takes. So maybe if you get away from the idea of perfection, you'll have an easier time unwinding. I strongly recommend getting away from the project and reading a book, taking yourself to another place by reading a book, not an acting book, not a what to do on the set book. Yeah, that's about all I can think of. I hope something in there is valuable to you, and I'm sure that people will have stuff to contribute on the thread below. Also, I'd like to know if this is a problem for folks, or if most of you don't have a problem unwinding the night before a shoot. I guess that's it. Stay off the electronics, the tea, hot bath, anything that relaxes you. Let me know what you think, friends, and what you have to contribute to this discussion. It's a great question. And I'll be back with more thoughts next week. See you then. Well, I won't see you then. You'll see me then. Bye.